What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny again. I wanted to make another video and talk about a product that I bought while I was on home time. So when I got back in, I had been out for 9 weeks, and when I got back in, the van's battery was dead. Now, I had jumper cables and I could have just jumped it, but I decided for peace of mind that I was going to go out and buy something so that if I had been out by myself somewhere, I could start the van if that was to happen to me. So what I bought is the Noco Boost Plus GB40. It cost me about $130 or something, so it wasn't real cheap. But man, this is a really cool, look how small it is. It's just small and compact. It charges. It came with another way to use it, but I just have it using the USB charger, and I just charge it right where my phone goes in, and then this plugs in. It's got these caps on it, and so this one plugs in right there, and you just plug it into your cigarette lighter, and then you charge it up, right? And you turn the power on, and it shows it's fully charged. Now, it's supposed to hold that charge. It says you need to top it up about every 6 months. So a couple times a year, top up the charge on it. That seems a little generous to me. I'd probably do it every few months just to make sure it's topped off. But I used this to start my van after I bought it, and it works, guys. Like, it works. Like, I started it and it died because the battery was dead. And you know, I probably let it die and started it 6 or 7 times, and it's still, you know, it wasn't even in the red on the charge yet. I can only imagine how many times you could actually start your vehicle with this on a single charge if all you had to do was just turn it over and start it. And it works. So there's a plug here, and it comes with this, and you just hook it to your battery, you turn it on, and it should automatically sense your battery. But if it doesn't, then you hold this button down for 3 seconds, and then it just powers it on and shoots the power in. It's also supposed to just, like, if there's a little juice left in the battery, it's supposed to auto detect it and then do the right thing. But if it doesn't, if it's completely dead, you just push that button and hold it, and it just, bam, pumps the power into it. And man, this thing works. I mean, it works. For something this small, I think it's a great lifesaver product. It worked really well for me. And if it does hold a charge like it says it does for 6 months, and you just, you know, it comes with this little bag, and so that's what I do. I just, I've got it in this bag, and I throw the cables in there with it. I know you can't see everything I'm doing here, but I throw the cables in there with it. And then bam, guys, it's just you could wrap them up even better and make it smaller, you know, but it just, little thing fits right in the door of my van right here, and it gives me peace of mind. I have jumper cables back there too, just in case, but it's a little piece of mind, you know. And I would recommend it, guys. It's a Noco Boost Plus. That one's the GB40. They make a bigger one, and I think they might make a little smaller one too, just a little cheaper. But guys, that to me is something every van lifer should have, just in case you're out in the middle of nowhere and your battery dies. Bam. Especially if you got a solar system and stuff, you can charge it up from your house batteries and then start your van with it. Like, yeah, seems like a lifesaver to me. So that's it. I just wanted to throw a little quick video out there, and you know, I'll also I might as well also talk about this. So since my battery was dead when I came in, that means there's some kind of a parasitic draw in here. This thing's got 2 radios in it. Both of them have memory wires. That could potentially be part of it. It's also, I believe, got some kind of a factory alarm system that often can do that. Basically what it is, when the van's turned off, something's drawing a tiny bit of power. And, you know, over a week or so sitting, no big deal, you know what I mean? But when you go sitting for a couple of months, that little small drain will drain that battery. So what I did was, and don't know if it works yet, because I'm just now getting back out on the road, but I bought this little solar panel, and it sits on the dash. I got it off of Amazon. It sits on the dash. You just throw it up there, and then it just plugs into the cigarette lighter. And some vehicles turn the cigarette lighter off when you turn the car off, but if your car, when you turn the car off, you can still charge your phone off the outlet, then this will work for you in theory. You know, the reviews are pretty good. Of course, you've always got people on there who there was something wrong with theirs, or they did the wrong thing. Yeah, this is my way to fight that parasitic draw, because a parasitic draw is super hard to track down. I mean, you need a multimeter really, and the best way to do it is to like go through each fuse in the fuse boxes and figure out what's drawing what, and then track that down and figure out what the problem is. It's just a really lengthy, pain in the ass process when you can do something like what I'm doing here. And really, it won't really be an issue if I'm off the road and my van is not sitting for months at a time. But for now, I'm hoping that this solar panel does the trick. Now, you are supposed to unplug this before you start the vehicle, because this is made to shoot power this way. When you turn the vehicle on, it will try to shoot power into it, and it might fuck that solar panel up. So you should always unplug it before you start the vehicle. And yeah, so that's another product that I got while I was out on the road. I'm here just temporarily. I had a load mess up and I had to bring it back, and so I'm actually in the van at the moment. I went down to the store. I'm about to get back in my truck, but I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about those two products, particularly the Noco Boost. But you know, another thing that I bought, and I have the smaller version of this in my Yukon, is an air pump. Just one that works off the cigarette lighter, just in case. It's one of those peace of mind things. So you want jumper cables, you want an air pump, you want a plug kit, which I don't have handy, but at some point I'll show you my plug kit to plug tires. And you know, people these days a lot of them don't even know what a plug kit is, and it's super easy to use, and that plug kit will get you out of some situations, guys. I had a situation, I don't know, a year ago in my Yukon where, I mean, something this big around went in my tire and flattened it. And I used that plug kit and shoved like 2 plugs in there, and it got it aired up good enough to get me to a tire shop. And in the past, when I was younger, I've put plugs in tires from just nail holes and screw holes and just left them in there and drove it like that for long periods of time. Those plugs work, and you know, your brain thinks, it seems like people's brains think that won't work, but it works, guys. And it will get you out of a situation. Just about any time your tire is flat and you didn't have some kind of a major blowout, a plug will get you down the road, and you should be carrying one. A plug and an air pump will fix about, you know, 80% of issues with your tires out on the road. Unless you had a major blowout, chances are, or you stuck something really big through your tires, chances are you can stick a plug in and air it up and get on down the road. So yeah, but that Noco Boost Plus, I think it was called, it's a good product, guys. I would recommend it. If you can spare 130 bucks, you should have one of those. You can get bigger other units and bigger units, but Noco is a trusted brand, so you know, that's why I bought that one. You can get one a little cheaper and stuff, but you should have some kind of a boost charger in your van if you're out full time and out on the road, and especially like if you're going out in the woods and in the desert, you should have all this stuff so you don't get stuck. I see people in the forums all the time talking about how they're stuck in the middle of nowhere with some shit went wrong with their vehicle. You got to try to mitigate that the best you can, because you get way out in the middle of nowhere, you might not even be able to pay somebody to come out to you. So just keep that in mind. Appreciate you guys watching. Hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave me a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.